Did you see Sinners? Yes, I saw Sinners. It was phenomenal. I absolutely freaking loved it. Can I be honest? After Sinners, I cried. It just reminds you so much of the industry, right?
I find it rather amusing that when somebody is achieving everything that they ever dreamed of, they thank themselves, they thank their hard work, they thank their unending dedication to say no in the face of failure. But when nothing is going their way, when everything seems to be against them, they blame the industry. Welcome to my channel, where the only thing that matters is my opinion.
It just reminds you so much of the industry, right? And it's like you could have a gift like he did with his guitar. And like they said, when he's singing, he's honoring his ancestors and uplifting and all of that, but then it also attracts the not good. So it's like, in order for him to be successful, the vampires were telling him he has to sell out so that he could be, that he could live forever and his music could live forever.
Chloe Bailey is making the rounds about saying how she wouldn't sell her soul. And mind you, this came after she watched the movie Sinners. Now, I haven't watched the movie Sinners because I don't think it's worth my time. Get me out of here! But when it comes to this, she's not the first person that has talked about the selling of souls in Hollywood. And this is why I find this so hypocritical and why she's making excuses for her poor results that she has gave herself in the industry. Not everyone that doesn't do well in Hollywood or in the music industry doesn't mean that they didn't do well because they refuse to sell their soul. Some people just don't do well because they're not as good as they think they are. If you're to look at how Chloe portrays herself when it comes to her public relations, she's not the most interesting person. And what people don't seem to understand is that even though you may be good at making music, even though you may be good at whatever talent that you're doing, you are still the brand. The reason why people like your music and will stay liking your music is because people like you as a person. So if your music is not selling, it may mean that your music is not as good as you think it is, or it is good, but then your PR is terrible. How many times has Chloe gaslighted people into thinking that she's doing something, meanwhile she's not? She's all over the place. And if you listen to Chloe's tracks, it gives you different feelings, but not in a good way. One track, she wants to be a baddie. The other track, she wants to be somebody that is seen for her good character and wants love. The other track, she's gaslighting people. She's gaslighting people in the social media relationships, making people think that we're stupid. Meanwhile, we're actually not stupid. We're actually smarter than what you think. And now you're going to tell me that you went to a movie theater and you cried because you relate to what the person is portraying in the movie. And you're coming back home to talk about it while you're putting on makeup. It just seems fake. Wait for a second. I gotta ask a question. Have y'all subscribed to this channel yet? I know you are enjoying this video, so make sure you subscribe so we can fly. Back to the video.
And it's exactly like things that I see and go through every day. And that's why I just like broke down crying, because it was showing like the people who decided not to go to the other side, they were in there fighting for their lives. They were in there going through it. While the ones who did give in, they were outside celebrating and having a good time and got things quicker and things like that. So the reason why Sinners resonated with me so much is because it's something that you see every day. And no matter how hard you work, no matter how good of a person that you are, no matter how talented you are, sometimes that's not enough to get you places that you need to be. And that's why Sinners, like, I was crying right after, because I feel like anyone in the industry could really resonate with it. Anyone who has a gift and has something that they truly, truly love, but feels like it's not coming to them in the time that they want it because they're moving in the right ways where they don't like give in, it's harder. And then you have like so many things tempting around you, like the vampire. So it was so deep. It was so deep. That's the reason I cried for like a whole hour after. What you thought?
Now, I have no issues with Chloe. I just think that she's not being honest to herself and she's not being honest to the people that she's speaking with. She's okay. I just think she's not as good as she thinks she is. Her sister in my opinion, when it comes to music and singing, is more talented. And even right now, Haley's going through things that I don't even know why she's going through those things in the first place. But with Chloe, we don't know who you are. We don't know the type of person that you're trying to present to us. You're presenting a person that's a baddie. You want to portray this sexual image. But at the same time, you're saying that you didn't sell your soul. Meanwhile, you're doing the same thing that every single other female artist is doing. So, what exactly are you doing that is genuine? And you're actually doing it because you want to do it, not because you want to portray something that people would like.
Nice.
And for somebody that was born and bred in this industry, or at least started from a young age, you cannot act so surprised as to what you hear and see people do. Beyonce is your mentor. I doubt that some of these things are as surprising as you would make it seem. So, I think people just need to be honest with themselves, and people just need to work on their craft and get better at what it is that they're doing, because the selling of souls, if it actually happens, it's not going to stop. People are always going to sell their souls to the industry. People are always going to do whatever it takes, good or bad, to make it in the industry. The point is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to come up here and blame the industry as to why you are not making it to where you want to make it? Because I bet you there are people that haven't sold their souls and they're making just as much money. And even though they're not making much money, the difference in the success levels is not that much that people will actually notice. And they're actually happy with the lives that they're living.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
You cannot complain about selling your soul and how you refuse to do that, but then you take a look at the other things that Chloe does, and it just does not make any sense because she portrays herself in a sexual way that many other female artists do. Now, she may not have gone to the extreme of it in terms of whatever they're asking her to do, but you still just to dibble and dabble a bit to the point where you cannot come out here and point fingers for the results that you're not getting. Especially when it's the same industry that chose you and put you in the spotlight that you are in the first place. So everybody just take accountability for the place that they are in their life, and realize that the world doesn't owe you anything. Labels don't owe you anything, because the people that are in charge of taking people's souls, they will go for people that are actually talented and try to entice them to save their souls. But you cannot sell talent. Your talent is built. And if nobody cares about taking your soul or selling your soul, then that means that you're probably not as talented as you think you may be. Everybody work on themselves, and I bet you will get better with time and with effort. Let me know your opinions in the comment sections below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share.